If you want to change yourself, if you want to acquire something, if there's some goal that you want to reach, changing your behaviors, overcoming negative habits, it's challenging. It's hard. Most people go through life never discovering what their talents are. Most people never develop their talents. The only thing that's going to make you happy, my friend, in this year or any other, is to step up. It's to raise the standard. It's to discover what you're capable of and feel that incredible power pushing through whatever's holding you back and get to the other side of more of your true self. That's what this game's all about. When you step into your fears and continue to push yourself to go on, something happens for you. If you look at somebody who's really successful, you think, wow, I mean, they're so amazing. They're such a genius. You got to dig underneath and you got to remember something. People are rewarded in public for what they've practiced for years in private. If you don't develop the courage to do that which has been given you to do, and you spend a lot of time going around trying to convince other people or trying to get their approval, what will happen is that you will lose your nerve. And other people will convince you that what you're doing doesn't have any value, and you'll give up on your dream. How much time do you have left? How much time do you have left? When you start thinking about that, we don't know. Most of us don't use the stuff that we have brought into the universe. Stop wasting valuable time. If you want something, you have got to be relentless. You've got to learn how to become resourceful. You've got to learn how to become creative. The power to hold on in spite of everything. The power to endure. This is the winner's quality. The hunger, the ability to face defeat again and again without giving up. This is a winner's quality. What this power is, I cannot say. All I know is that it exists, and it becomes available only when a man or a woman is in that state of mind in which he or she knows exactly what he or she wants and is fully determined not to quit until they find it. That's great.
Let's go, let's go. Good morning, familia. Rise and shine. Another blessed and grateful day. Super excited to be on here with you guys. As you can see, we're at day 2 of Paradise Valley out here in AZ. So before we go ahead and get started into the 4 zones that lead to success, let's go ahead and drop some gratitude down for the day. Grateful for God, grateful to be healthy, grateful to be alive, grateful for all the abundance and blessings flowing to and through you. So go ahead and drop it down for the day, and let's get started. All right, let's go. Awesome. So today I've got a phenomenal topic, but not only do I have the topic, like I told you, I've got a couple of special guests in the building that are going to be able to share some of their experience, some of the things that they've been able to learn over this past weekend. So make sure you guys get out your notebook, get out your pens, because this is going to be a training you do not want to miss. So no further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the 4 zones that lead to success. I'm going to be honest with you guys. 5 years ago, starting out, living out of my car, $30,000 in debt. I had no job, just lost my sister to cancer. I can tell you I started in every one of these zones that you guys are going to go through as well. So this is why it's important to have a mentor, because odds are the feelings, the emotions that you're going through, we've already been able to feel and go through the same exact thing. So make sure you guys are plugged in for the day. First things first, you ready? Gold card. I'm going to tell you before we even get started, you're going to have to take the time. I don't care if you get a 3x5 note card. I don't care if you get a sticky note that you go put on your wall, but you've got to go ahead and put something on paper, right? I don't have my wallet on me. Actually, matter of fact, I do. Y'all ready? You see, a leader is going to lead by example. A boss is going to tell you what to do. You ready? So let me show y'all how serious I am about this lifestyle. Broken, homeless, 21 years old, living out of my car. I wrote, I'm blessed and grateful now that I'm a millionaire by 25. So if I wrote that at 21, imagine how big I stretched at 26. So you ready? Whenever you guys meet me, ask me this in person. Say, D, show me your license plate, bro. So you know how you got to sign your license plate? You got to sign your license? What do you think that says right next to my signature? Somebody go ahead and drop it down in the chat. Let me know what you see. What do y'all see? What's that say underneath my signature? 1 billion with a B, right? That's not to make $1 billion. That's the impact of 1 billion lives. So you've got to be able to put it on paper. A vision happens 3 times. First, in the mind, spiritually. Second, on paper, physically. And third, now you see the reality. People wonder why they never actually get to see their dreams. It's because you never actually wrote it down. You skipped the second step. So I didn't even get into the training yet. That's just the preface. So let's get into the 4 comfort zones. Number 1 is, I'm not even going to call it the comfort zone. I'm going to call it the uncomfortable zone. A lot of you guys, you're telling me, D, I got to get out of my comfort zone. Well, here's the truth. The zone that you're in right now, there's nothing comfortable about it. You're stressed out, you're anxious, you're depressed about what happened yesterday, you're worried about what's going to happen in the future. There's nothing comfortable about living that type of life. In fact, you know what is comfortable? Being able to travel, being able to retire your family, being able to live a life by design. So if you want to get to that, understand you're going to have to go through pain points to get to the growth. Just like the gym, right? You've got to be able to break down to rebuild. So the first step is understanding you're not in a comfort zone, you're in an uncomfort zone, right? Number 2, the second zone that you guys are all going to go through is the fear zone. It's fearful to speak in front of people. It's fearful to go out and make videos. It's fearful to go out and do most things in this business, even making a live trading account. But the truth is, greatness is always going to be right on the other side of fear. So anything in this business that makes you nervous, you're going to have to learn to run at it. This is the part of growth that is going to be difficult. Number 3, the learning zone, right? Whatever it is that you guys take from a zone, I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of you guys, you've got so many notebooks filled. You guys have got on calls, you got on Zooms, you listened to your mentor, but this is a time of season where it's not about taking as many notes. It's about implementing what it is that you guys apply. You guys have the nuggets. You have the gems. You're all looking for the one-liners, but how many of you guys are actually going out and taking action? So this is the time of season to implement what you learn. Yes, I take notes. Yes, I read books. Yes, I listen to audios, but I'm a very action-oriented individual, right? I take action on what it is that I learned. Same thing with this weekend. I'm taking action on what it is that we got out of it. 4, I got 2 more for you. The growth zone. You ready? So as you start learning things, right, when you first make your trading account, when you first make your video, you're going to stutter. You're going to lose a couple of trades, but here's what happens. None of this is ever going to get, none of it gets easier. The truth is, you just get better, okay? So as you start to learn how to trade, as you start to get more confident speaking, you're going to start to get fluent. You're going to start to get in what's called a flow state, and that leads to my 5th zone. You ready? This is called the infinite zone. You guys ever been in flow state? You know what flow state feels like? I'll give you a perfect example. For me, I'm a D1 athlete, right? I played basketball for 4 years. So I want you to think about your favorite athlete, LeBron, Kobe, Jordan. What do you think it feels like when there's 5 seconds on the clock and they get the ball and they hit the buzzer beater? With all the crowd, all the noise, how are they able to stay in a flow state? Is because they practiced it so many times that by the time they got to the game, they don't have to think about it. You see, when you don't have a lot of time in a game, it's more about doing, less thinking. The only way you're going to be able to do that is by putting in the rest, putting in the actual time. So family, that's my training for you guys today on the different zones that are going to actually lead to your success. So I want to go ahead and bring up a couple individuals so you guys can get not just my perspective from the weekend, but actually get to be able to see it from their eyes. So the next individual I'm going to bring up, Horizon J. You guys have seen him tapped in for 1.5 years, and I'm telling you, it's different when you get around a different level of influence, energy, experiences, and value. So Horizon J, the floor is yours, brother. Let them know.
Yep, appreciate you, family. Yo, what's going on, fam? What's going on? What's going on? Shout out to all my people on here. Drop some hearts in the chat, man. Let's spread some love really quick. Spread some love really quick amongst yourselves, to me, right back at you. Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay. So my experience with this weekend, I've just seen a pack here in TTP. You know, they're led by Chairman Ted Fads. Seen other leaders, Chairman 50, Wealthy Pips, Chairman 250, Don Lopez. And I'm telling you guys, this pack that they got out here, these guys are about the grind. You know what I'm saying? They didn't come here to really just hang out and rest their feet up. Yeah, they're enjoying this place, but they understand the work they have to put in. You know, if I'm not going to move this laptop, but there's a whiteboard right here where there are about 30 people that have been personally enrolled in this place in the last 48 hours. So that's roughly, I want to say, like about 1 an hour. And that just goes to show you the dedication the team has out here to really pursue their goals, to really make Arizona in September the place to really blow and expand their businesses. So that's one of the biggest things I've taken out here in Arizona is when you're in a pack of teams that really want to get it, that really want to grow, really want to be in the moment, and then on top of that, they're staying in their state and they're pursuing greatness. Guys, there's nothing we can't accomplish. You know what I mean? We can get 50 people in a room. We can get 30 signups in 2 days, 40 in 2 days. We can get 100 in 4 days. And so that's all I've really recognized in this trip. I've recognized a lot more, but just that there's so much we can accomplish. There's so much greatness we can accomplish if we just set our minds to it and work as a unit. So that's pretty much it. I appreciate you, D. Thank you guys for being a part of this, and thank you for allowing me on, fam.
Let's go. So I've got about 2 more speakers for you guys. I told you, we got a lot of energy going down to Arizona. So the next individual I want to bring up is actually another P5. This individual, I've been rocking that since the beginning, right? A1 since day one. Someone I've actually seen literally lead by example in the trenches. So with no further ado, Andre De Niro, P5. Let him know, fam.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Sheesh. All right. Shit, I don't even know where to start. Just wanted to really just come on here and be able to provide as much value as I possibly can for you guys. My biggest thing really just conveying to you is just understanding that you got to believe in believing, right? And that's the thing. A lot of us, when we're on this journey, we're talking about, how we believe in our goals, we believe in what it is that we're doing, but do you really believe, right? You got to ask yourself that, like, do you really believe? Because I'm here to let you know that, look, at the end of the day, all you can do is all you can do, right? You literally can't do any more than what you can do. But I'm here to tell you that all you can do is enough. So honestly, when you guys think about it, ask yourself, when was the last time you think you gave 100% in this business? When was the last time you really feel like you gave this shit your all, right? Some of us, we can't even raise our hands and say we gave it 100%. But there's a guy out there, his name's David Goggins, I believe, right? And he talks about, like, when you mentally feel like you've given 100%, you've really only given about 40%, right? So if you're saying that you mentally don't even believe that you've given 100%, and if you did, you were only given 40, that means a lot of us on here are really moving towards our goals at a 10% capacity, 15% capacity, right? It's really just time to tap in. And like I said, family, just tap into that belief and understand that this shit is real, right? This shit can really happen for you. It's going to take you taking a leap of faith. And I don't mean, just any leap of faith. It could be anything, right? It could be a financial leap of faith, a mental leap of faith, a spiritual leap of faith, whatever it is, it's going to require you to take a leap of faith, right? Me being out here in Arizona right now is crazy because, like I tell people, this was the real first leap of faith I ever took inside my business when I decided that, look, enough was enough. And I literally packed all my shit in my car and I drove 33 hours across the fucking country to be out here to be able to figure out what the fuck I needed to do to go from P2 to P5, right? And I remember literally making that drive alone. People on the outside probably like, yo, you're crazy, right? I left my family back at home. I left my daughter back at home, right? I left everything back at home chasing a vision that nobody could fucking see but myself, right? They're gonna call you crazy. Do you believe in this shit? Okay. Look, I at one point, I'm like, you know what? I accept that I'm crazy. Right? I remember sitting in the car. I'm like driving 30 something hours across the fucking country, literally, and I'm like alone. And I remember just turning the music off and just because I'm getting sleepy, right? And I start yelling to myself like, I am a chairman. I am literally yelling to my fucking self alone in my car driving across the country, right? But I'm telling you, that's the type of belief that you got to have in yourself, right? That's really the type of belief that you guys got to have in yourself. You're going to have to tap into a higher level. And trust me, you're going to know when you tap into this higher level because you know if you're bullshitting, right? I knew whenever I was bullshitting in my business. And all of you can do the same, whether it's that diet you're on, the gym, whatever it is, you know when you're bullshitting. You know when you're just posting some shit to flex for the gram or when you're telling people what it is that, sounds good or what they might want to hear. But you know the difference when you're mentally tapped in, you're mentally zoned in, and you're just on that frequency, right? Because you can't cheat the grind, you can't cheat yourself. So I encourage all of you to get to that mental space where you decide that, okay, I'm going to take a leap of faith, mentally. right? I'm going to take a mental leap of faith and I'm going to grind it out for these next 30 days, these next 60 days, these next 90 days, right? Because here's the thing. If you're putting in 100% effort, you will 100% get to the goals that you want to accomplish, right? But the difference maker is the fact that we don't know how long it's going to take. It's going to happen, right? Everyone's got a different journey. It's 100% going to happen, but we just don't know when. And that's the issue, right? Because for Define, right, it might take him, 36 days. It might take me 100 days. It might take the person outside, 200 days. But what difference does it make if the days are going to pass anyways, right? Time's going to fly by anyways, right? The time's going to move. It's not stopping. So if I were to tell you, specifically, if you give everything for the next 42 and a half days, you will get to whatever goal it is that you want. Would you go hard for the next 45 and a half days? You probably would, right? But like I said, the thing is, we don't all know the number that's out there, but I'm telling you that there's a number out there. You're just going to have to literally persist, be consistent, and outlast the old you to get to the new you. And that's some real shit. You got to outlast the old you to get to the new you. But I'll be real. When you get to the new you, that shit is sweet. Because when you get there, you're a completely different person. It's like you're the same person, but you're not. You're elevated. You're like the 2.0 version of yourself, right? So look, family, I don't want to take too much time. I really wanted to just come on here and just kind of keep it real with you guys. And, you know what I'm saying? Just kick some game to you. So with that being said, I'm going to hand it back to my man, Define. You know what I'm saying? Keep killing this shit, bro.
Woo! Yo, my man came with the heat today. I told you we were not playing around. There's so many times along this journey where I ask myself, I don't know if this is for me. I don't know if I can make it happen, but here's what I can promise you. It is 1,000% worth it, right? You're going to have haters. You're going to have people that don't believe in you, but as long as you can see the vision, that's all that matters. So I want to give you guys a quick exercise before we end this off, right? Drake was talking about how hard you really think that you've been going. Let's do an exercise. Everybody go ahead and raise your hand for me. Okay, raise your hand as high as you can. Now I want you to raise it a little bit higher. Now I want you to up it one more time. You see how powerful that is? That's how most of you guys are living your life. When you're telling yourself you're going to go all in, you're going here, but guess how much you really have left? So that's the difference. You know the difference between ordinary and extraordinary? It's that little extra. So family, that's my training for you guys today. I hope you got a ton of value. We got a lot of work to do. Today is day 2, but just know that this is a month of abundance. This is a month of blessings, and this is the month of massive action. So yo, family, go ahead and let them know how we feeling inside. Let's go. Yo, family, I love you guys. It's your favorite entrepreneur, Define Dreams. You can be, do, or have whatever it is that you can hold in your mind. You can hold it right here in your hand. Let's go. Jeez. Let me get y'all a tour real quick. Let's go, Dream Team. This is what it's about. Holding the vision, trust the process, and I promise you, your success is inevitable. Let's go.